Hello and welcome to Pratik Chess Videos.
Hello listeners, today we are going to see a game between Tal and Petrosian in the year 1975. This was an amazing game between Tal and Petrosian in which it was clearly highlighted that how well how we can play these types of positions. This was an open position, so Petrosian clearly got out of his class. Petrosian's class is an mm, like close position in which he always exchange sacrifices his opponent. So, alright, now after the game started, e4, e6, now d4, d5, and then knight d2, knight e7, and now this is not traditionally the best square for the knight. Now after knight gf3, knight d7. Also not a traditionally best square for great square, but still it's nice to see innovation from Petrosian, and actually it works out relatively well initially in this game. Now bishop to d3, c5, e into d5, knight into d5, and then well short castle, c into d4, knight into d4. Actually, knight into d4 is kind of see the d4 pawn is like in store for us. We can take any time the pawn, but we should firstly here play knight b3, firstly developing our pieces. Now after knight b3, knight c5. Now we can take on d4, but Tal here played bishop to b5 check, which is an inaccuracy. This encourages exchanges actually, which should help equalize for Petrosian. Yeah, knight b into d4 was good, and then we reach a better position because of our superiority in development. Now bishop to b5 check, bishop d7, bishop into d7 check, and now bishop c4. Wait, no. Bishop c4 was also good. Yeah, changing course was surprising and more challenging. But after bishop to b5, bishop into d7 check, just queen into d7, and now this seems like an equal position. Yeah, queen into d4 seems like equal. We can just take on b3 and play like an equal position. But Petrosian here plays queen e4, which is a mistake. And well, here Petrosian finds a dynamic way to seek an equalizing queen trade, but he's missed Tal's next move. Knight to f6 was best here, not knight into b3, knight to f6. Good move, equalizes because this queen trade saps any real danger from the position. But c4 was, but after queen to a4, now pause the video and think what should you play. This was a mistake. What can you do? Now it is played c4. Nice. So Tal here forces Petrosian to win an exchange, but he catches Petrosian's king in the center. All right, this wins an exchange. Not surprising because it is Tal playing with white, but this gives Tal chances for an attack, and you don't want to give that guy chances for an attack. That's really bad. After c4, knight into b3, and then a into b3, queen into a1, and now, well, c into d5, and then queen to a6. Good move, a good try. I mean, there are three variations which all lose. So, see, firstly, three obvious moves. Let's cover the first one, bishop e7. This loses to queen into g7. Alright, bishop e7, we'll get a queen into g7 on that one. Rook to d8 will earn you a bishop to g5. And e into d5, on the other hand, will earn you a rook e1 check. So all three lose. So that's why queen to a6 is a good try. Now, I think the only move. But after queen to a6, Tal faltered with rook e1 mistake. Yes, even Tal can falter in an attack. He's after all human. Surprisingly, actually, this move allows Petrosian to defend. D into e6 was best. D into e6. Good move. F into e6 and then rook to e1. I think this is a better position with no chance whatsoever for Petrosian to complete development in castle. The defensive challenge is just huge. Now after rook to e1, long castle. Amazing. Castling into the wide open queen side is scary, but it's the best defense and a successful one. So now after long castle, bishop to f4, rook into d5, attacking d4, but now rook to c1 check, king to d8, and then bishop to g5 check, king to e8, and now knight to e5. This doesn't work. Brilliant move, firstly. This doesn't work, but it is probably the best try in blitz, at least in blitz. Well, rook c8 check and then king to d7. If played, then that would be here. Petrosian should uh, be able to defend and win. So after knight to e5, b6. Right, this was the best try and this was a blunder. Knight e5 just rocks. So firstly, before seeing b6, let's see why rook into d4 is bad. Now this is the exercise for you. Pause the video and think. Simple to move mate, rook c8 check, rook d8 and then rook into d8 mate. Now b6 is wrong because, well, firstly let's see what's the correct defense. The correct defense is the amazing brain melting move bishop to c5. Just borderline awesome. This excellent defense here closes the c file and wins for black. The problem is that Tal's back rank is revealed to be weak. Rook into c5, there's actually nothing better. And here after queen a1 check, rook c1, queen into c1 check, bishop into c1, rook into d4. Yup, black is winning. So now, after b6, which is a blunder, here it is played queen to a4 check. Amazing move. So now what happens is that over, it's just over. Alright, so it's just a stylish mate because after queen into a4, which is the only move not to lose the queen, rook to c8 check, rook to d8 and rook into d8 mate, finishing with a stylish opera mate. The problem is that if queen to b5 is played, saving both the queen and also preventing the check. Here's two rook d8, rook c8 is played, and after rook into d8, rook d8 again, rook into d8 mate. So that's why after queen to e4 check, black just resigned. Amazing. Yeah, like trading queen on the spot wins as black's king, undefended queen, and c8 square are all under threat. Amazing. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thank you.